Hello and welcome. It's been a while, and you see part of the reason for that in the title. It's been a hot minute because sometimes things happen. And yes, I have green socks today. I knitted them myself. I actually knitted those socks a long time ago. It's always weird for me, at least, when I haven't been filming, myself, for a while. It feels weird talking to my camera again, technically my phone, because, I'm out of practice. You'd think considering how much I talk to myself sometimes, that shouldn't be a problem, but it's different when there's a camera. Either way, yes, I'm knitting socks. I would have loved to do a puzzle with you guys, and I have some new ones I'm going to show you by the end of this video. And I'm going to tell you by the end why I'm not doing the puzzles, because there is a reason. There is a reason for most things. And the reason that I haven't talked to you guys in a while, without even telling you about it, just disappearing for like several weeks, that was not my intention. But I do not control life and death. That's for sure. Then things might have gone down differently. But at the same time, oh no, I have a cramp under my foot. I hate cramps. Do you get those cramps like under your feet and then the toes goes in all the weird direction without you having any control? And as I said, it's been a while since I filmed. This is gonna be all over the place. But the reason is, I don't want to blame the lady, but it's my grandma. Was my grandma? Still haven't figured out how to, I guess, talk about it. So here we go. My grandma was old. She was the last living of my grandparents, and she was old. She was 95 years old, and the last few years, she didn't remember much. She didn't move much. She was living in a care facility, a nursing home. I'm not sure about the English terminology, but she was not living at home by herself. That could have been dangerous, because she kept going out and she kept falling over, which is, when you get to 95 years old, the body is not as great as it used to be because it has been used a lot. So we've been and this might sound bad to some, but the truth is gonna be the truth, and it's not always pleasant. But my grandma was old, and we've been I can't put it nicely. We've been waiting for several years for her to pass away. And it sounds bad, but by the end, she wasn't kind of fully herself anymore. She wasn't the grandma I grew up with anymore by the end. Which, sad but true. And so we've been kind of waiting for years. And there were a few times we were like, oh, okay, she's gonna go. And then she got better and she lived for another while longer. So this time when I got the message from my mother, so her daughter, my mother, all connected on my mother's side there, that my grandma was not doing well, I was like, a part of me had kind of come to terms with, I guess, that one was gonna outlast us all. My grandma was kind of one of those tough people that are they just keep going no matter what. So a part of me, even though we'd been waiting because she wasn't what she used to be anymore, a part of me still thought that she was gonna outlast us all, and I mean pretty much everyone. So when at first I got the message from my mom that my grandma was not doing well. I was like, well, here we go again. Don't worry. She's gonna get worse and then she's gonna take a turn and she'll be fine again. And the next message I got from my mom seemed to ring true. She's like, oh, she's better today. It's working. She's gonna be fine. And I was like, oh, okay, well, cool. She'll be alive for however long again. And then over the next couple of days, what started bad, that went up, it started slowly declining again, and then it declined very quickly. And then she actually passed away. And when I got the message that my grandma had actually passed away, I spent a better part of a day trying to fully understand it. I mean, logically I understand my grandma passed away, but the part of me that thought that she was going to outlast us all was very confused, because in a way we've been waiting for this for several years. And when it happened, it was in less than a week from she got bad to being gone. My brain really, really had a problem fully realizing that. So I spent a better part of a day trying to understand that it had actually happened, fully grasp it. And I kept reading the message over and over that she was gone. And I was like, what? That can't be. She was going to outlast us all. And I kept having to reread the message because a part of me did not believe what I was reading. So that was, that took me a while, actually, to fully come to terms with the fact that my grandma is now actually gone, actually gone. And then, because she passed away a week, almost 2 weeks before my birthday, I was like, I wonder when the funeral's gonna be. It might sound bad, but luckily it took less than a week for her funeral to be. And that was good, because her funeral was exactly a week before my birthday. So, that could have been if she had passed away a couple of days later, or if they hadn't been able to get a priest to perform the funeral, she might have actually been buried on my birthday. So I'm glad we avoided that. In that sense, I'm very happy she passed when she did. So that would not be my birthday present this year, because that, honestly, I think that would have been a slightly disturbing birthday present. Not that I celebrate my birthday all that much, but still, that would have been, yeah, that would not have been good. And if you're wondering, I'm drinking tea. It's apple, cinnamon, and raisin. And it's kind of too hot still. But yeah, my grandmother passed away. I do no longer have any living grandparents, which is weird because I've had grandparents for as long as I've been alive, up until the past week now, or technically 2 weeks now, approximately. But it's weird, She's always been there. And as I said, we've been kind of waiting for this to happen for many years, to be honest. And when it did happen, it was still very sudden. It happened within a week. So after being waiting for years, and then it takes this short time for it to go down and then be gone. It's just wait, what just happened? And so yeah, she passed. Spent some time with family during the funeral. It was a good funeral, if that's the way how to phrase it. I'm not sure. Either way, I spoke to people in the family that I haven't spoken to for I don't even know how long. But so that was nice, I guess. You get to see people you don't usually see. It's just, I wish I could see some of these people more often, not have to wait for a funeral to see them, because, like, that's, yeah, not great. But it was weird. I mean, something we've been expecting for years, and then when it happens within a week, it's still very sudden. It's still very surprising, and it took me a while to process it, to be honest. And then, and exactly a week after my grandma's funeral, my parents come to visit because they're amazing, and it was my birthday. So, you know, woohoo! Death and birthdays apparently aren't that far apart sometimes. But yeah, my parents, I had invited them for my birthday, saying I would make them dinner. And they stayed a couple of nights. They obviously have since left. I don't think I'll ever film with them in the house. But yeah, I made homemade pizza. They really like it when I do that. So I was like, well, you know what? Why not? I like making homemade pizza. They like eating it. We ate the whole thing, no leftovers. And we were all like, oh my god, this might have been a little too much food, but it was still worth it. So yeah, my birthday was spent with my parents this year, because I invited them, and we did some work on the house and went for a walk and just chatted, basically. Obviously, we chatted a lot about my grandma, because when someone passes, things are not necessarily done just because you have buried them in the ground. And my mom is taking charge and being responsible for all the paperwork, because, oh my lord, there is a lot of paperwork when someone passes. There is so much paperwork. I'm sure she's gonna be working on that paperwork until Christmas or something. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm grateful that I don't have to deal with that paperwork, and I'm sad that mom has to, but there are a lot of feelings about my grandma passing, especially since we'd been waiting so long. It was, yeah, it was a whole thing. And now it's gone and done, and just, it feels weird. I mean, I've had grandparents for as long as I've lived, and now I have no one. Unless you count a grave, but I wouldn't count that the same way. So, yeah, that was two very, I wouldn't say active weeks, but very, like, all over the place weeks. Like grandma passing, and then her funeral, and then my birthday. So it's like, this is just, it was a thing. And it turns out, I don't remember, I might be switching, but my grandma passed away on her father's birthday, I think. And then she was buried on her mother's birthday. So that was very much full circle. Or it might that be that she passed away on her mother's birthday and I'm buried on her father's. Either way, like, those three was apparently very connected in such a way. It's just, it's weird. I wasn't aware of it, and when mom realized that, she was like, "Huh, well, it was kind of fitting in a way." But with all the sad stuff about passing and funeral, and happy with me having my birthday and getting a visit from my parents, I also have something very exciting. Well, in a way, I have several exciting things. But hold on. I had a feeling I would be needing tea. I mean, it's been a while since we talked, so cheers with the tea. Warm tea has to be sipped very carefully so you don't burn your tongue, and kind of like the upper part of the mouth. I have a tendency to do that. So I'm gonna come a little closer because I have a sister. She also likes puzzles. I have parents. They also like puzzles. So even though I don't have new puzzles for myself, I do have puzzles to show you because I got to borrow some. And the first one is a very cute little box. I mean, basically the size of my head. And I'm fairly certain this is the puzzle. So, there you go. There you can see it. Classical drawing puzzle series. It's Veteran Bus. And this must be an old price tag. And 39.90 Norwegian kroners, which is like, we don't do the 0.90 anymore. Come to think of it, we don't really do the point anything anymore, but that's still the price tags. But, you know. And yeah, 1,000-piece puzzle. And here you have the sizing. And it's such a cute box. And I was like, why don't all puzzles comes in cute boxes like this? I mean, you can even use it almost like a little purse because it comes with a... so you can hang it and hold it. But I mean, this size, 1,000-piece puzzle, and this size of the box, I mean, come on, are you kidding me? I could fit so many in wherever because it's such a small little compact box. All puzzles should come in such small little compact boxes. It would make them so much easier to store. Because if you're new around here, you don't know this, but you've seen any of my puzzle videos? I redo my puzzles all the time. And the reason I'm not doing puzzles right now is because the table that I would usually do my puzzles on is full of, there are some seedlings, and I also put a lot of seeds in yesterday, so it's like the table is full with these little cups waiting for seedlings to, or waiting for seeds to germinate. I mean, we are in spring, it's Easter right now, and spring is maybe here, maybe not. It might be a fall spring, also because although it hasn't been as cold lately, we're reporting snow tonight, so who knows? I don't know if snow's gonna come, but that does mean, since I'm using the table for seedlings and potential seedlings, I don't have anywhere to do my puzzles unless I do them on the floor. And that is, I mean, I'm getting old. My birthday was just a week ago, so sitting on the floor like that would be hurting my back because I have a tendency to sit for a long periods of time when I do my puzzles. So, I'm gonna have to wait or figure out how to get another table or figure out some way to have, because I can't use the table I'm sitting at now because that's where my computer lives when I when I need entertainment in the night because I don't have a TV. And I can't use my kitchen table because that's where I sit and eat. So I don't really have any other table to use except the one that the seedlings are on at the moment. So, I'm gonna have to wait unless I can figure out some other solution. And currently, I don't have that. So, first puzzle, and 1,000 pieces. Also, and yeah, this was called Veteran Bus because I want you to tell me which one I should start with. I may or may not do what you tell me. And then I've come to realize, oh, you know what? We'll do this one first. No, this one. That was from my sister. The next one is one that I borrowed from my parents. Let you have a look. It's from House of Puzzles. It's 1,000 pieces. And then, something I didn't realize until just right before I started filming, yes, it includes unique pieces, but also find the difference. 15 differences to spot. This is right there. Can you tell? Can you tell? Which means this picture ain't quite right. There are 15 differences. But I've kind of been enjoying not looking at the pictures for the last couple of puzzles I've done, so I might not notice. I might not find the differences, and then I might not care. I probably won't care. I just want to do the puzzle. I just need to have a place to do it first. So yeah, it's really cute. And it's number 16, ready to roll. Yay! And as I said, I'm not used to talking like this anymore. Oh, 20 minutes. Oh, time flies. I have 2 more puzzles. This one is from my sister. It's from Ravensburger. And the title is, hold on, Midtown Manhattan, New York City, 1,500 pieces. It's always like, can you see what I'm showing you? And here it is. I have a feeling this is gonna be a hard one because of all the buildings. I mean, like, this building right here is like the same, like skyscraper. It's like, yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be a difficult one. And also 1,500 pieces, so it's a good amount of pieces. But yeah, and the last one is also from a brand that I haven't tried before. It's Jumbo. I don't know how to say that word, but here is the puzzle. It's very green. It's something about, have you got eyes in the back of your head? What can Tarzan see? I don't know what it's referring to. But, hold on. I don't know what it means, but as far as, oh, it's upside down now. Okay, and also it's called, no, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have a title? It might not have it. Then again, what have you, what, I don't know. I don't know the title, but it's very green. And, okay, hold on. I can't show you the picture and read on the back at the same time because that was the box. Here, okay, because there is some text in the back. This is so not easy today. Okay. Please keep this information for reference. Hold on. And it's 1,000 pieces. And I think you're supposed to like find something. But from what I know. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna redo the text back on the back here. The mouth of the river, how you get eyes in the back of your head. Happy snapping holiday makers. I don't know what they're referring to. But what has made the keen safari explorer at the front of the boat point and stare? So, that guy. Engineer at the back has seen something too, but will their fellow adventurers also realize what is happening before it's too late? That sounds ominous. The picture you see on the box lid is not the puzzle picture. It is simply a clue to what the puzzle picture is. Look into this scene entitled The Mouth of the River, and you can imagine you're Tarzan riding the elephant. So that one, what he can see beyond and including the boat and the tourist is the view you have to complete. Oh, so you're seeing the picture, not this, but from that guy back there, he is kind of like seeing the picture you're gonna do, apparently. The last clue, and we hope we aren't making this too easy, shows in silhouette some parts of the puzzle. If you use these as your starting point, it should help in completing this comical puzzle. It'll give you inspiration. Good luck. So, Okay. So this is not the actual puzzle picture. What that dude in the back there is seeing is the puzzle picture, which means you're basically seeing the boat from the back when you're done with the puzzle. It's gonna be interesting. So this doesn't look like its picture. This has 15 differences from the box top. So, you know, it's interesting. So I guess in a way that would be harder to do if you insist on looking at the picture while you do the puzzle, which I might not do because I kind of like being surprised. I mean, this is not even showing it. This one, I might need to look at the picture because there are so many similarities, all the skyscraper buildings and all. So, I don't know. I have a feeling I might enjoy the two of these the most, but you tell me, which one should I start with? We have the veteran bus. We have ready to roll. We had jumble with a clue. And what was this called again? Midtown Manhattan, New York City. Those are the 4 puzzles that I'm currently borrowing, and it's gonna take me a little time to get to them because, as I said, my table's got seedlings on them, or wannabe seedlings. I'm hoping everything sprouts or germinates. Keep your fingers crossed for me, and let me know, which puzzle do you think I should start with? I was gonna tell you something else, but this video is already long enough, but I have some more exciting news. At least in my opinion, it was very exciting for me. So I'm going to tell you about it in a different video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.